health issues,
Right.
that I could kind of put together, this is how I want the rest of my life to be. Or when I get to this stage,
Right.
do I want to go to a home? Do I want to live with somebody? And if you want to live with somebody, then you have to let that person know who you want to live with,
Right.
that this is what the option would be. And is the home ready for that?
Yes.
You know,
Right.
there are ADA things, you know, toilets have to be taller, doorways have to be wider,
Yes.
showers have to be roll in or walk in. That costs money, you know, and so I've always kind of looked for resources and things like that, because at one time the state would fund for a bathroom to be remodeled for a senior. Or you could get, you know, Covenant House or some of those places in different cities that are nonprofits that would also work on that behalf. But right now, I don't know, funding has been cut so much from so many of these programs, until I'm wondering whether or not that still exists. Because just because you desire to live with Susie may not have it all together for you to live with Susie.
Right, that's true. That is
You know?
absolutely true.
So,
Yeah, it is a conversation to be had with the family.
right,
And I think, you know, the previous generation never, I don't think they envisioned that. They didn't, it was hard for them to plan for it, because they didn't know people were gonna be living longer.
no.
And some of the things that, you know, when I first started working as an elder law attorney, I'd say 3% of my clients had dementia or Alzheimer's.
Wow,
3%.
wow.
And now it's like 97%.
My God.
And I've seen that increase and increase and increase. So families weren't ready, you know, we just didn't know. They did the best they could.
Wow.
But now our generation, you know, like most of my clients who are children, they're saying, I need to do some planning. You're absolutely right.
And I don't even know how, I know how it worked for us. And so kind of as I've been putting together the plan for my new career, and sometimes God puts things on you. And, you know, I don't think I was planning for this,
Right.
but I'm the one who was fielding calls from friends and family. What should I do about this? Or my mom said this, and what kind of doctor do I take her to? So it's always an ologist, you know, the gerontologist, audiologist, the speech pathologist, it's the ologist.
Yes.
So, you know, it's not just the primary care. One thing I did learn, and I guess 2 pieces of advice I think I would give to people as you look at being a caregiver, is videotape the loved one. Videotape them eating, them walking, them talking and laughing, because what I noticed is as you go to the doctor's offices, they don't have a baseline. They see that patient at their worst. If they have a video of something, so this is how they normally are. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna get back to that, but at least they'll see how far they've gone, or that how much work it might take to get them back to this area.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So if you're doing that, that's kind of a piece for me that I think that really helped me out with trying to figure out with my parents. I was constantly videotaping their interactions and things like that, so it helped out a lot, you know. And so now I look at maybe wondering, if we're gonna go into this mode of becoming a care consultant, is what I'm doing now. People don't know that you have to go into the doctor's offices with your parents. You have to listen to what the doctor is saying, because my dad would go every time at 8 o'clock in the morning. His excuse was that he wanted to go to Le Peep and have pancakes afterwards. Well, it was also his cardiologist. So one morning I just got up and went to the doctor with him because I was getting half truths.
Right.
The doctor was like, we didn't think anybody wanted to come to the doctor with him. I said, no, he was escaping. He'd leave my mother. He would go run up there. He loved Dr. Gopi, and that was his time. But I also realized that nobody's there to listen and to hear the story. And to take notes and figure out exactly what are we gonna do. He's declined. His arteries have hardened more. His diet needs to change. He shouldn't be driving. He never told that story.
Never told that story.
That story never got
I
told.
won't get out at all.
No, until my husband started seeing dings on his car, and he was like, Dad needs to stop. You know, but that's the kind of thing I start thinking about. It's like, there's also a plan for us as caregivers.
Right.
You know, how do we monitor this, and who do we tell this story to? How do we assess this? Because we're not trained to do that.
No, we're not trained to do it at all.
Nobody, there's nothing about, they'll show you on YouTube how to transfer your patient, how to put your patient from a wheelchair to a bed. And I'm like, But the mental, emotional, psychological aspects of that, there is nothing. It's just us with a lot of love and a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And I think like your mother stays with you,
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
My husband and I live in the house with my mother. We had to move in with her because my dad was passing and I knew she was gonna need her community.